sometimes our life journey can be a long and winding road. But if we believe in ourselves and we keep on dreaming and we work hard, we can still achieve all those dreams that we set ourselves out to do. Today in studio, I have with me Yvette Muller, who did just that. Yvette, welcome to Femme Frequency.
Thank you, Dawn. Such an honor to be here.
You are looking fabulous,
For all the jet lag.
radiant and just glorious. Yvette, I want to start in 2024. I want you to just tell us, very importantly, how old you are, and then start in 2024 and tell us a little bit of what you did in 2024.
So I'll go back 1 year. 2023, I turned 50. And I don't know if it's normal for every person, woman especially, turning 50, to kind of reflect and think, what's next? Kind of half your life is over. You don't really have another half. You've mindar after that, right?
Absolutely.
So you start thinking, what have I really done with my life? What can I do? I want to do something meaningful. I just felt this urge to do something that was going to be impact. Like I just had to do something. I didn't know what it was. And fast forward to the end of 2023, and someone had planted a seed. Oh, why don't you teach dancing? Because I was a dancer. Why don't you teach modeling? Because I was a modeler. Listen. I was a model. And that thought kind of sat with me and it grew. This little seed grew. I can teach girls to walk. That then led to I can teach girls how to prep for an interview when they go for a job interview. How can they maybe say their orals in class? And all of this got to researching modeling academies. I could not find one modeling academy in the area.
Cape Town, they're very scarce.
Yes. So a little bit more research, I fell upon this beautiful black and gold brand called Ace Models, which happens to be a franchise throughout South Africa. Dug a little further, made some calls, sent some emails, set up a meeting, and the next thing I'd bought an Ace Models franchise, and in July 2024, Ace Models Helderberg was born. And it's grown from 5 models where we go through a curriculum of, yes, it's runway, it's pageantry, it's public speaking, it's social media, it's grooming, it's styling and etiquette. But it really is just a beautiful, safe space for young women and boys to come and be themselves, come and find out what the best version of themselves is, because there's no comparison at Ace Models. There's no restrictions. There's no nothing. You are you, and we bring out the best in you. So that's where Ace Models was born, and it's just grown from then.
In leaps and bounds. I'm also part of the Ace Model family, so I know exactly what you are talking about, and I think it's such a fantastic academy. It's a tool that youngsters can use in school. As you said, we've had so many teachers come to us and say, the oral in class is going fantastic because they have this confidence. And for me, it's, if there's one thing that you can teach your child, it's confidence.
Right.
Because that will take them everywhere they want to go.
Because do you know that by 9, confidence starts wearing down in a child? And that coupled with hormones, peer pressure, I mean, it really doesn't take a lot to knock someone's confidence, even as a grown up.
Exactly.
So you've got to teach them the skills and the tools to continue building that
Absolutely.
confidence.
And I think with the social media world that we live in, it's even worse.
Yeah.
We fast forward a little bit. So 2025 arrive. And what happened in Yvette's life in 2025?
So someone had said to me, oh, you should enter Mrs. South Africa. And I said, absolutely not. I'm not a pageant girl. Well, turns out I am a pageant girl.
Absolutely.
And I'm that person. I'm a look before you leap. I'm not a look before you leap. I leap and then I kind of look, oh, what am I doing?
Figure it out while you're in it.
Exactly. You know, when you cross that bridge, when you come to it, I'm always at that bridge and I've come to that bridge. So I took the chance and I entered, and I thought, let's just see how it goes. You know, when I was younger, I was the queen of giving up. When it got too hard, I just give up, you know. So I thought, I'll just see what happens. And if it's not my jam,
I'll give up.
I'll give up. Well, apparently it was my jam, because it's so much more than a pageant. They say it's the MBA of life. It honestly is the MBA of life. I learned so many new skills that I could then bring back to my girls in the academy. And what I didn't realize was that I was inspiring them as I was going along. Everything that I was learning on the Mrs. SA journey, I was taking back to my academy for my girls. And yeah, I absolutely enjoyed that journey. I met the most amazing people. It really was, you know, my why in the beginning was to network my business, to give myself a little bit of credibility, because here I am coaching wannabe pageant girls, wannabe models. I'm coaching them. So I kind of need to know what I'm coaching as well, you know, throw myself into the deep end. And it really stood me in good stead, yeah.
Is there one thing that stand out that you took out of the Mrs. South Africa journey?
Absolutely. And that is collaboration over competition. Because I found that we were so close, and I hear this from every single class of Mrs. South Africa, is that as it gets closer to the end, you really forget that it is a competition. Someone has to win.
Yes.
But we're all rooting for each other. No, you should win. Oh, no, you're amazing. You should win. No, you should win. And, you know, you think where you would think the most judgmental women are, it's really not.
No,
there are other rooms that you walk into where you least expect it that are judgmental. But in a case like that, absolutely collaboration over competition.
I have to say that was also for me, that was one of the biggest things that I realized, that the judgment is outside of the pageant room.
Correct. And it's the naivety or the ignorance, because pageantry, traditional pageantry, is still what people think it is, you know, long legs, big smile. Those are the ones that win, when it's so not that at all. And that's really the message that I'm trying to get across. Like, pageantry is really good for any young woman or older woman just to experience.
And once again, a confidence builder.
Right.
That is what I preach. I say, if you want to build your confidence, go take part in a pageant. That's what I believe, and I'm living proof of that.
Yeah.
Yes. So you didn't get the Mrs. South Africa crown, but you did get another crown, the one that you're sitting with here today, the Mrs. South Africa Classique crown. So tell us a little bit about this crown. What is this crown?
So I always like to say I won so many crowns along the way of my Mrs. SA journey. So just because I didn't get the winning crown doesn't mean I didn't win. And I won so many things along the way, and one of them was the title of Mrs. South Africa Classique. So Mrs. Globe, which is a 30-year pageant that has been going on, headed by Dr. Tracy Kemble. She started this pageant 30 years ago with the absolute focus on the WIN Foundation, which is Women in Need, where she gives classes called Reclaiming Me for women and children from domestic abuse situations. And it really is to get their life back on track. So everything she does is for the WIN Foundation. And so she thought, let's have a pageant. And that pageant grew. And what's so amazing about this pageant is there are 5 divisions. So when I say there's no exclusions, there are no exclusions. There's Mrs. Globe, which is eligible for ladies up until 44. Mrs. Classique is for ladies 45 plus. There's also the Mrs. Curvy section, which is for curvy ladies between the sizes of 12 and 16. And then there is also the Mrs. Petite section for ladies, I think it's 165 or 162 and under. So
I know that
really,
one.
Yes. Everybody has a chance. Everybody is seen. Everybody is valid. And so the director of the Mrs. South Africa organization also owns the license for Mrs. Globe and Mrs. Globe Classique. So every year they nominate someone within the Mrs. South Africa class to then represent South Africa on the international stage. And so that is how
And where did it take place, Yvette?
So this year it was in Palm Springs. normally they have the separate pageants in separate parts of the world, but because of the 30-year anniversary, they had everyone together in Palm Springs, California. So there were 100 ladies from all over the world, of which 10% couldn't speak a word of English. But let me tell you that all 100 of us absolutely got along, hand signals, dance signals,
You just
whatever
make it work.
signals. We just made it work. And it was the most fun, the absolute most fun.
Tell me quickly, how does the American version of pageantry differ from South Africa's version?
So I can only speak on behalf of the Globe organization. And I must tell you that it is an incredible organization. Dr. Tracy makes every single delegate, they're not even called contestants, we call delegates. Every single delegate is felt seen and heard. The actual stage show is no different. It's still a show. I did find the styles of pageantry from different women from different parts of the world to be a little bit different. South Africa is a little bit more conservative. You know, our walking style doesn't really include many arms and
Twirls
and all kinds of crazy things. But different parts of the world have different styles. So there goes that. But as a pageant is concerned, so we had an awards night. And 2 days before the awards night, everyone they get their nominations of what awards they have been nominated for. And then on awards night, everybody gets an award. But every award is so significant to every single delegate. The Mrs. Globe staff do their homework for 6 months to a year before the pageant. They stalk the delegates. They watch their social media. We have to submit a bio. We have to submit a winner's plan. We have to do a lot of paperwork submissions with our advocacy and our why. So based on that, they create awards that they then give out. And every single person who got an award that night was so deserving of the actual award that they got. Like, it was surreal because, you know, these people don't know you from a bar of soap.
Yes, I actually saw the award that you got, and it was so fitting. It was absolutely who you are. So tell us a little bit about that.
So I was nominated for 3, Businesswoman of the Year, Difference Maker, and Beyond the Crown. And then I got the Difference Maker Award, which is basically for making a difference in women, young and old, making a difference in their life when it comes to empowerment, to confidence, to owning who they are, to taking up space. And yeah, I thought it was like these people don't know me from a bar of soap, but they got it right. You know,
absolutely.
So I felt so seen.
Absolutely. When I saw the award that you got, that was my initial reaction. They couldn't have chosen anyone better for that award. I have looked at the journey, or I've journeyed with you throughout the pageant, and everything looked phenomenal. And you were extra special on that stage. You made us so proud. Go and check out her Instagram, eh? But yes. So Yvette, what now? What are your plans? What do you think of doing now that pageant is finished?
So my plan has never changed. It has always been consistent before the pageant and will be after the pageant. I'm really so focused on confidence and empowering all the young women that come past or through my doors. So not even in the academy. I also do pageant coaching for girls who are not part of my academy, who are also taking part in pageants. And I also do adult workshops where we do a little bit of posture, a little bit of walking. You know, adults don't really necessarily want to do a whole year's modeling course, and they can't commit to, coming every week. So I do get involved with some events, and then we have a little walking class, a little posture class. And really all it does is empower these women, when you just show them how to straighten their backs, lift their chin, and, walk as if you belong. Walking into a room as if you belong, people already are going to listen to what you have to say. But if you walk into a room wanting to shrink, people aren't going to see you.
Exactly.
And it's not about being arrogant or overconfident. It's about being safe with who you are and knowing who you are and just owning that.
If there's one thing that stands out for me, it is the fact that such a lot has happened. And all of this has happened after you turned 50.
Yes.
And I know exactly what you talk about when you say when you hit 50, something stirs within you. And I think you also start to realize that the road ahead of you it's just so much shorter than what lies behind you. So there's no time to waste.
No,
if there's
absolutely
anything
not.
that you want to do, you've got to do it now. You
And I
can't
think
sleep on it.
being older, when you go through menopause, you kind of start not really sweating the small stuff. Before that, you're worried about what people think. What's this one going to say? How do I look? After you've been through menopause, whatever age that might be, for some it's sooner than later, but you really realize, actually, I don't give a damn.
Yeah, I'll just do me.
Do it anyway. Exactly. And that is really what I want. Once a woman actually makes that penny drops and they think, oh, I can actually do that. Literally, the world is your oyster.
I know that when we get together and there's a whole lot of us older women, saying that softly, things are just different. And it's not that you don't find the jealousy and the nastiness, and we just enjoy one another.
Exactly. Because we've been there, done that. We've had those jealous moments and the snobby moments and the whatever moment. Like this, we don't really care for that anymore because we know,
Yeah, we know better. We know better now.
Exactly.
So Yvette, if there is a lady out there today and you can give her some advice, an older lady, what will that advice be?
So, a lot of people say, oh, but I can't go and enter a pageant. And I'm not saying that you need to enter a pageant to be able to do all of this, but you really just need to look at yourself in the mirror and think, you know what? This is who I am, and I am important, and I will do what I want to do. And if you don't want to wear makeup, if you don't want to do Botox, that's also fine.
Yes.
There's no blueprint saying that after 50 you need to do X, Y, and Z. If you want to do the Botox, put your makeup on and look fabulous every single day, great, good for you. That's what makes you feel good. If you just want to play it safe, no makeup, no Botox, don't do your hair, who cares? Who cares?
Whatever works for you.
Whatever works for you. You just need to own it and be proud of it. Don't shrink, don't fade, just own it.
And if there's anything that you can tell your 10-year-old self today, what would that be?
Ooh, write a whole book. Exactly that. I was the one, I used to call myself a doormat. I was that seen and not heard, I would say, open your mouth and speak up. If you don't like it, say it. No is a full sentence. Just go for it. But when we are younger, we are a little bit guarded, and we don't really know. But yeah, I would just say go for it.
So all in all, it actually boils down to being confident.
Correct.
Everything boils down to being confident.
That is the important part.
So I want to say, for the parents out there, I actually want to say, make sure that you instill confidence in your child.
Continue building.
Yes.
Because it's an everyday building.
Yes. And then maybe your child will do things at a much younger age and they won't wait like us till we're 50 years old to do these things. Yes. But yay for us for doing it anyway. And for just grabbing the bull by the horns.
Yeah. No
Yvette,
regrets.
it was such a pleasure to have you here.
Thank you for having me. I'm so excited.
It is such a wonderful story. And once again, I just want to say you made us proud.
Thank you.
And in our eyes, you are a queen. And I have a little something for you just to say thank you. And I hope that when you use this, that you will think of everyone here at Femme Frequency and that you will just keep on inspiring all of us.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Dawn. Can I open it?
You're more than welcome.
Love gifts. That was one thing at Mrs. Globe. We got a lot of gifts.
I saw.
Every day.
Was very jealous.
Every day. They spoilt us.
I was thinking you guys will need an extra suitcase.
I had to pay excess luggage. I won't tell you how much. Cute. Oh, I love it. Thank you.
So on your next run, I want to see that, eh?
Yes.
Okay.
Run. Okay, maybe not run. Gym.
But you do
Gin
run.
and tonic.
You do run. I know you run.
In heels.
Thank you so
Thank you.
much.
I love it.
Thank you. Thank you for being here. From Femme Frequency, we want to say, make sure that you follow your dreams, that you work hard, and that you continue to instill confidence, not only in those around you, but in yourself. Till next time, have a fabulous day.